Your family are and will be one of the most important people in your life. Of course, you may live your life alone, like be that lone wolf, and sometimes it is needed. But some people strive to live the whole life like that. And we weren't created like that. We as people were created to live in tribes. And today I believe that the most important people, the people that would be in your tribe in the past, are your family and your brotherhood. Today we will be talking about your family. And about talking about your family and taking care about them, you have to separate three groups inside of your own family. First are your parents. They're the people who created you. They are the reason you even exist on this world. Probably known about that. I think that you're not stupid, but have you realized that? Like, really? Have you realized that if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't even exist? Have you thanked them for that? What's more, most of your financial well-being throughout your life was also due to them. Maybe up until this moment, if not throughout at least, let's say, 15 years of your life, if not more, you had full or almost full financial help from them. They bought you clothes, food, accommodation. They paid for the water use, electricity use, all of those stuff. Have you really even thought about it in this way? I've had this realization recently of how much would I owe them if it was like I have to pay it all out. One disclaimer, you may think that now I'm talking bullshit because in your family there was a mistake and you were poor, that you had no financial well-being thanks to them. And you are furious about me talking about it because I'm wrong, you think. Okay, well, but why do you think something wrong happened in your family? Wasn't it because your parents wanted to provide to you and literally crushed them because they weren't able? They've tried too hard to provide a good life to you. That's why maybe your dad is an alcoholic, because he failed to maintain a life of looking for a better job and spending most of his time, most of his life in the job so he can bring money to home so you have something to eat. Maybe that was the reason. Probably that was the reason. Think about it. Really spend some time and think about it. So you have to be grateful for your parents and to your parents, how much they have given you. And at first really spend some time to think and realize about how much it was and it is. Because it probably still is. And you may not realize it. So stop being mean. Stop being moody to them. Stop responding in like half sentences. But when they ask you something, when they ask you about your life, don't think that they are trying to investigate your life. They're just trying to have a talk to you. Go for it. That's such a small thing you can do. Yet, if you're grateful for them, you will go for that, like, without thinking. The ultimate act of being grateful for them will be retiring them. That is a good reason why you should be making money. Who cares about great cars, house and stuff like that, expensive watch, Rolex, stuff like that, when you can send your parents to early retirement so they don't have to spend 8 hours a day for 5 or 6 days in a week in a job that they don't like so they can bring some money home and pay the bills. What if you were able to pay those bills and give them money so they are able to live without having to go to the job they hate. That is why you should be making money. Second part of your family is your girlfriend, wife, and future mother of your children. Don't be dating a girl who is a degenerate. Don't be dating a girl who is a whore. Stop dating a girl you started dating just to have some casual sex to literally feel good about yourself and get rid of that urge to do that. Why would you do that? Every time you get emotionally invested into a girl, a bond creates. One that may be hard to break. It will hurt to break it, even though you know you are different. I've seen so many people in the internet date the girl that they didn't even like anymore, and the girl that had way different ideals in life. You should be like connecting each other, like, almost being like one. When you're separate people, you are working on yourself, going to the gym, putting much of effort into self-improvement, waking up early, doing morning showers, cold showers, routine, anything. And she being a girl that you've met on a party and kissed her on a party. Now being the same girl who goes to the parties 2 times a week and wants you to go with her, it brings you down anytime, not realizing what is important for you. It's not gonna be good for you. And now, of course, it will hurt. It will hurt to break up with her. Because why? Because you failed to do what was about to be done before. And what was about to be done before was to choose a good girlfriend. Choose a good girl to get emotionally invested in. That is a mistake that most of us do in our lives. Do or will do. If you are able to avoid, great. I'm really happy that you are or will be. But I haven't done mistake myself. But it failed. Luckily, it failed. You should be putting some real effort into thinking about what would you want your girl to be. Speaking in other words, what would you want your wife to be? Speaking in other words, what would you want mother of your children to be? What traits of characteristic would you seek in the mother of your future children? What person would she be? What values would she have? When you realize it, start looking for a girlfriend that has those values, that has those ideals, that is that person. Of course, it might be hard to find that person. Of course, you might not even have enough value yet to get such a girl. That is one of the reasons why we are working on ourselves. So we are able to attract a good girl that will be even better mother. I believe that it is one of the parts of our manhood purpose. Create a great, loving family that is going to, children that come out of this family are gonna change the world. So when you're looking for a girl, or when you already have a girl, think about, is she really good for you? Will she be good for you when you marry? Will she be good for you when you will want to have children? And also for people who are dating around, people who like one night stands and such stuff. Sex is the ultimate act of connection between people. If there is a masculine and feminine love implemented into it, you will literally connect into one for a while. But anytime you sleep with someone, your ability to create that bond weakens a bit. So if you are a kind of man that fucks any girl that is willing to have sex with you because it gives you pleasure, you're fucking your future yourself. It's like you are talking with your future you and telling them, fuck yourself, I'm going to have pleasure right now. And it is even worse pleasure than, I don't know, eating the junk food. Because it will mess up your whole personality and brain. Not in a way that you will get crazy, in a way that you will not be able to bond such strongly as you would be if you haven't failed. If you haven't destroyed the ability by yourself because of seeking some short-term pleasure. So from now on, stop living such lifestyle if you weren't, never start living such lifestyle. Instead, wait for a good girl. And even better mother of your children. One quick disclaimer, it also works about her in this way. So it also works about a girl that the more men she sleeps with, the weaker bond she will be able to create. So have that in mind also. Third group of your family are gonna be your future children, your future sons and your future daughters. You have to be a teacher to them. You have to be a perfect example of them. Show your future children what a real masculine and feminine love is, because it is so rare these days. Like, ask yourself, are your parents literally is your father showing masculine love to your mother, and is she paying off with this feminine love? It's probable that they don't. It's really probable. It is so rare these days, and the couples that are able to show those ways of love are the happiest couples that live on this planet of Earth. People who have someone who loves them in a true masculine or feminine way, of course. Girl loving in feminine way, man in masculine is clear. People who have someone in their lives who is like that are one of the happiest people that are able to walk on this planet. So why wouldn't you at first train yourself to be able to do that? Second, love your relative in a way that they are able to feel that. Third, live the way your children learn from you this kind of love and are able to put it into their future families, so they are one of the happiest people who are on this planet. That is a great way to give love to your children. When you will have a son, you will be literally a mentor to them, to him or them, to him. Maybe you will have more than one son, so to them. Now you are looking for mentors online. You are watching this video. Maybe I am your mentor. I doubt it yet, but maybe. Maybe you've been watching Hamza Ahmed, who's been your mentor. Maybe you've been watching Sneeko, I don't know. Maybe you've been watching Andrew Tate. They're like your teachers, your mentors. Learn from them what should life be like. You have to be such kind of person for your child yourself. So they don't have to look for a great father figure outside of the family. Because you are the father figure. So behave like a father figure. And to start preparing for it like right now, there's a great quote to live your life by. Live your own life as if you want your future son to live the life. Live your life as if you want your son to live that life. Would you want your son to watch that porn today? Would you want your son to eat that half of chocolate that was out of the fridge? Would you want your kid to literally play video games for 7 hours in a Saturday? No, of course you wouldn't. It's not good for them. And it's not good for you. So if you are fighting a bad habit, it's good to implement that mindset that live how would you like your son to live. You have to be able to become an example. Become an example of a perfect man. And for your daughter, of a perfect father, of course, of a perfect relative of your mother. So she will be able to know what type of man she would be looking for in the future. You have to be example for them. Also, it is probable that you will have to homeschool your children. In the East, I'm not seeing it that much, if even anything, but in the West, you are able to see like literally drag shows being done in schools. Would you want your children to go there? Would you want your children to be shown some certain agendas that they? Would you like your children to be taught up from they are 4 years old that they might have been born in a wrong gender and they shouldn't connect to it and they should be called they, them, and they will choose their gender when they feel like it in like maybe 7 years old while they are still children, irresponsible? I suppose that you don't want. I don't want. So, as I've said, in the East I don't see that, so I still haven't chosen. But if you live in the West, you're not in a good situation, and you can fix that by teaching your kids by yourself, and it will be hard. I can't provide you knowledge about how to do it right now because I haven't even thought about it that much to research what should I teach my children, because I don't have children yet and I don't want to have children yet. I'm only a 19-year-old guy who is trying to make his own life good enough so he is able to live happily now and in the future. I'm not ready yet, but I'm sure that throughout a couple of next years I will research that topic, because I don't want my kids to be shown drag shows in the same time being told that faith into God is bad and being forbidden to pray, because this is not the way how we should live. This video went out pretty long, to be honest, and I'm proud of this video because I feel that a good value was talking about today. If you believe the same, maybe consider subscribing to my channel, leaving a like under this video so more people are able to see it. Maybe you have some doubts, some questions, so leave them under in the comments. Also, this video will benefit from that and I will benefit from that, so if you are willing to do that, I will be very grateful for you. Now, go and make a way to better future.